Hello. How are you guys doing? I'm a South Sudanese, and I would like to say this plain and clear. May God punish all those Ugandans at Owino Market that see South Sudanese pass and call them for tattoos when they know they're never gonna be seen anyway. Oh, those guys are evil. Hey, you're passing down in Owino Market, boss tattoo, boss tattoo. Then you're like, why are you like this? Hey, and then like I fire twin eyes are white jangu. Hey, yo, I've seen a lot of my cousins come back home looking for their tattoos. Yo, it was here. Hey man, Ugandans, man. But I love Ugandans. I love Uganda in specific. I've seen a lot of things and learned a lot of things in Uganda. But let me make something clear on behalf of all the South Sudanese. Let me make it clear. We don't like it when your president chills with our president. We don't like it. Let me tell you why. Whenever these two people chill together, bad ideas always come up. A few months ago, our president went back to our country and then he removed the term limits and extended his terms and awarded every minister and every MP with $40,000. All South Sudanese were like, we know this idea. Where have we seen this idea before? This idea is familiar. I've been doing comedy for a while and I love comedy because it has helped me a lot flying around. I just came back from Joburg a few weeks ago, sorry. And to be honest, I hate flying. I love traveling. I love landing where I've gone, but I hate flying. Don't you think that it's so irresponsible of us to board a plane and fly without looking at the pilot's university transcript? You don't know how this guy performed in school and you're flying. You don't even know him and you're flying with him. What I'm saying is, if I'm flying with you 36,000 feet above the sea level, I don't expect you to be the second in class. You should be the first. You should pass everything. And Uganda Airlines just launched it. It was just launched a few months ago, which is really, really good. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not flying with a plane being flown by a Ugandan. I will explain to you. I study in Uganda. I'm at the university in Uganda. I know how Ugandans do exams. How? Hey! Those things kati ngena funa 15 mukosu waka, kati mutest funa 2, ngene mubuzo nganonya 15. Yo! And you want to fly my plane? No. Imagine a pilot that got 50. You're up in the air and he's confused like, ata no gako mawa, no? I usually appreciate it when I perform for a lot of people, because during my comedy career, one of my worst comedy shows when I was starting out like 3 years ago, I performed for 2 people. 2 people like this. And one of them was a waitress. And the other one knew my father. Do you know how hard it is to perform for someone who knows your father? Every time you tell a joke that's not funny, he's like, I know his father, he should be in school, why is he here? I know, you know the worst thing with performing for less people? Like right now, as all of you are here, if one of you gets up and goes to the bathroom, I'll continue with the show, I'll continue doing my thing. But performing for 2 people, these 2 that knew my father went to the bathroom, I had to wait for him to come back. As soon as he got back, so I was like, so uncle, I was saying, hey man, I just did an HIV test a few days ago, which was one of the hardest things to do. I was so bored at the house. Then I'm like, let me go do something. So I live in Munyonyo. Then I went for an HIV test. And I went and tested in Gayaza. And take this trick. Don't test in your area. You test in those places where your friend calls you and you're like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in Gayaza. Like, Gayaza? Okulache Gayaza. You know those areas? That's where you test from. Funny thing about testing in far areas, it only makes sense when your results come out positive. When they come out negative, you'll be in the taxi, watch church, and they say, oh no, I would have just tested from home. But we should protect ourselves, we should buy condoms. Condoms are one of the hardest things to buy on earth. Condoms are not like painkillers. You know when you're buying painkillers, they'll be like, maybe you have a headache, maybe it's your back, maybe it's your knee. When you're buying a condom, they know why you need it. They know why you need it. And usually when you're buying a condom, the lady that is selling a condom is always, the pharmacist in the village is always a lady of the same age as your mom. And she gives you this look of, hey, mtabani, okay na college.